guys. Welcome back. I've missed your faces.
I've missed
Hello.
my face as well.
Ooh,
I love my face.
wow. Oh, wow, that's so mean. But thank you for joining us. If you're listening from other places, bonjour, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Um, Today, we are going to talk about something a lot of people might feel like it's not an issue, but it is energy drinks, why they are made, and how many people might die from them. That's funny.
Wait, are we
But
dying now? No.
no, we're not. I feel like the only thing that has caused death right now is vaping. But
It can increase the risk for like certain diseases
I did
And
not know that.
diabetes.
and
I mean,
diabetes,
it's
depending.
basically
And
a
energy.
sugary thing. So
Yeah.
So
And
we're taking
caffeine is
talking
also
about
fairly
energy
addictive.
drinks and caffeine.
yes, it's
Mm.
got more than enough caffeine to kill a
Not forget,
horse. But yeah,
let's not
here we
forget
are.
that lovely, delicious tartazine, guys.
But not
Beautiful.
No, it
caffeine to
doesn't,
kill a
doesn't
horse.
take.
That would make a dent on me.
I was gonna say it doesn't really take much to take out a horse, though.
True.
I've looked into like taking care of horses. They're fairly delicate.
Oh,
But they
Yeah.
look so big. They act like
No, they're very delicate and they're very
They're-
high maintenance.
They're basically evolutionarily the way that they evolved is that they're walking on their toes. Their ancestors used to run through forests, and horses developed from that feet to run on fields. So like their feet are very delicate.
I see.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
But yeah. So as our gracious and glorious host has said, we are here. We're speaking about the amazingness and the glory that is energy drinks that has blessed us as a generation.
As a generation, you make it
As a
sound like it was only in
generation.
our generation. It's been around for ages.
It's
Yeah.
really
I
not
know.
just our
It's just that-
generation.
It's just our generation. Like
It's just our
I've
generation.
worked with older people. I've worked with older people in the factories. Factory workers love energy drinks.
Oh yeah.
I think I am firmly on the side before we start any conversation. I am firmly on the side that energy drinks have a chokehold, but that's not a bad thing.
It is. It is when you are drinking about 5 of them in a day. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
concerned about my wallet than actual effects on my body. That's why I've
That's
stopped.
something cheap. Energy drinks are a lot cheaper, well, besides Monster and like Red Bull, but like Switch and all that, they're a lot cheaper than a lot of normal sodas. If you, for example, if you get a Coke, right, a can of Coke is like what 13, 14 rand at
Exactly.
the shops,
Yeah.
whereas a Switch is like 11 rand, 10 rand.
Yes. Yes, a switch. Very
Yes, and they come in a wide variety of lovely flavors meant to tantalize and taste and just, expand your palate.
I only like the
Jelly and
one
custard.
flavor of Switch,
Oh wow.
which
I
is
have
like the
not-
mango kiwi, I think.
Oh, that one. Oh, that one. That one's okay.
Oh, that's very nice.
Like you guys drink energy drinks a lot. The last time I drank an energy drink was like 2023. Yes, 2028. Yeah, 2022. Because I
Damn.
was trying to finish an exam. And afterwards, my heart literally was just going, boom, 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 and I was like, "Mm-mm.
I'm
I don't want to
sure.
meet God today. I don't want to meet God today. It's fine."
I
That's how
don't
far
get
it was going.
that sort of reaction to energy drinks. It calms me, if anything else. I used to drink them a lot, but the last 2 months I drank about maybe 2 of them, as opposed to like 10 a week.
So in a lot of
Sounds
ways, that
fun.
has actually, from my personal
It's the
experience,
same for me, actually.
energy drinks has kind of gotten me through a lot of university stuff. So it's been like just
Hmm.
studying all of that, and just getting that through all those all-nighters where you need that extra just kick of caffeine, and it's like, let's do that, and then it helps.
So I once had that because I wanted to like stay up late for a outfit I was making, and then I drank a Red Bull and I just started dozing right then and there. I'm the same as Adam.
No,
Wow.
I chugged a Monster and I designed a website in a night.
I wish I
If
could
you
do
have
that.
ADHD, you'll understand what we're talking about with the sleepiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
checked a master once and I thought I was going to die. I finished all my work. I completed everything what that I should do. But throughout the whole process, I genuinely thought this is the last time I will breathe.
If you can't drink Monster, you should
Aw.
stick to Red Bull because Monster is slightly harsher
That's what
than
I've been
Red
drinking.
Bull's very smooth.
No,
The
the
Red Bull,
thing
I
is,
also second that.
I don't drink energy drinks like that. As Nasa was saying, energy drinks was the thing that I usually drank during university. I
Yeah.
stopped drinking them in 2022, my last exam, and I was like, never want to see this again.
I understand.
Yeah, and like, yeah, I mostly now stick to coffee, which is actually not even a good alternative if you think about it. This
No,
Coffee's
Yeah.
great.
Like
I love
it's just a
coffee.
depressant to keep you awake. But
I
yeah,
actually
so
hate coffee,
this entire
but I
thing,
still drink it.
I think the whole thing of energy drinks goes back
You
to,
have orange juice,
cool
coffee. What
drink.
other energy drinks do you have there, Adam?
You
That
have
was a
so
Red Bull.
much.
Yeah,
wow.
Wow.
I'm a thirsty
Wow.
boy.
Yeah, you want thirsty boy indeed. So from what I recall back in the day, you know, energy drinks weren't as prevalent and everything like that, and we'd use something along the lines of something which would be cool drinks now, but like tonics,
Mm.
and that would be like a cure. Do you not know like in the old West and like in older times they used to have tonics and stuff
I know
like
what
that.
tonics are. I've just never heard of like you saying that you used to use that.
Yeah. No, no, not me, as in historically.
Oh,
Ah.
okay. Sorry, I thought you
Yeah,
were saying
yeah.
that you used to use it. I was like, what?
You are not that old.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I'm definitely that old. Can you not see the grey in my beard? Like it's all grey, the hair, the
It's all
mustache.
artificial.
No.
It's
Yes,
very
like
artificial gray.
this is artificial black. Like I look like an old timey person. Do you not see this hairstyle? This like facial hair, old timey. Um, but as I was saying, yeah. So we had an entire thing for back. No, not we. No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's why you said we, and then I was like, what?
Okay.
Yeah.
I never had
I
this.
remember that.
Back in the day, there was tonics essentially, which was the whole keep you up, put caffeine and cocaine in the drinks, that kind of thing. Give them a pep in their step by giving them that old white powder, and
No, it's
that
talking
would
A
be
about
little
like
bit of
I u-
zest.
the soda things, the pharmacies where they like
Right,
make
yeah,
exactly,
you used to get it
what do they call cool
from
drinks now.
pharmacies and that.
exactly, and those used to give people energy because the cocaine and the opioids in drinks would just
The opioids.
just yes, the
Oh,
opioids,
that
and
reminds
like
me.
that's where the original Coca-Cola came from. Yeah.
Thinking of the original Coca-Cola, the reason actually why it was invented was there was this wine which
With
became
cough.
all the rage within with leaders, politicians and doctors and scientists. They loved it. The Pope raved about this wine. The reason why it was so popular or why people loved it is it kept you up because there's cocaine in it. Now the person Pemberton, if I remember right,
Hmm.
Mr. Pemberton, he loved this effect the wine had, but he stopped drinking because of the American prohibitions and like America's always like disliked drinking alcohol or
Yeah.
most parts of it. So
The
he wanted that
after the
effect.
Great Depression, yeah.
Yeah, so he made Coke as a way to get cocaine
That's so
when
interesting. Because I
when
thought
he
it was,
wanted
I,
this
I
wine.
always thought it was cough syrup. Like it was
yeah.
I
originally like,
know that's exactly how it was marketed. It was a way to get
oh, I
around all of the
see.
restrictions and whatnot. Oh, I'm feeling sluggish and I have a bit of a cough. Better go get some cocaine drink.
And now you would see that near Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola would like bury that. They're like Disney
Exactly.
level of like burying
Yeah.
their past.
Exactly. So essentially what this does act as is a cheap and efficient way to get people moving, to get people up and at 'em, to get people out of where they need to get out. And then obviously you have the movement towards, okay, let's market this to children, but we can't sell Coke to children. And
Are you sure they can't?
well,
Sure
they
can.
tried, but
I mean,
it didn't
they
work.
tried with mercury.
Look, they used to drink feed kids alcohol, Diet
Cigarettes.
Pepsi. What's
I mean, they're
what's
still
wrong with
feeding kids lead to this day.
yeah?
Yeah.
The
So
Yeah,
Lunchables.
but
a bit
yeah,
of
but lead is
cocaine won't
nice.
hurt
It's
someone.
fine. Lead is juicy. It's fine.
That is
Let
juicy.
the kids. Oh, but as an official statement, we do not condone children eating lead. It's very
Yes.
No.
poisonous, and please do not have any lead plates. Please do not have any lead utensils anywhere near your children. And if
Mm.
there's anything that could be lead lined or could be leaching it into the water, please keep it away from your kids.
Speak for yourself. I think they should play with that all day.
Okay.
Just because you were raised like that doesn't mean everybody was raised like that, Adam. No.
But yes, as we were saying, getting back on point. So
Yes.
energy drinks, they have essentially just become a crutch for a lot of us, and
Yes.
maybe not so for others. Just become something to push you forward and give you a bit of a buzz and everything like that. And
Mm.
I think it's more of a commentary on today's society as a whole, where we've kind of normalized a lot of this stuff. Normalized
Yeah.
needing what is essentially steroids.
No, I wouldn't go that far with
Okay,
No,
it.
but like not that far, but like what is essentially an
I mean, to be
energy
fair, remember back
steroid
like one
essentially.
generation back, everyone was drinking like 9 cups of coffee and that.
Mm.
And then the moment energy drinks comes around, it's like, oh, look at that. Haha.
Yeah,
Energy
yeah.
Meanwhile,
drinks are
thanks.
essentially a much more convenient way to put that caffeine into your body in a quick way.
Hmm.
Some
yeah,
people take it too far, but people always take things too far when it comes to general drinks in
comes to
general.
anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%.
So
Um,
like mhm, continue.
no, go on. Sorry.
I lost my train of thought when you said so continue.
Hmm.
Okay,
So,
Did
do
you
you
so
lose
guys
your
know the
train of thought?
history of energy drinks?
yeah, do you know the history of energy drinks, Adam?
I
Please
I do
enlighten
know.
us. Go
So,
for it.
it was actually a formula in Thailand. That local people's a company. It was called Red Bull, but like in Thai language. And an Austrian guy went to Thailand, tasted this, was like, oh, this can be marketed to a Austrian or a European market. And the flavor, it's very similar to a Red Bull's flavor, except Red Bull is sweeter. So
Yeah,
that's how
makes
I changed
sense.
that flavor. It's a little bit more diluted and it's carbonated. Then what happened? Well, Red Bull generally they market for extreme sports. Red Bull has always been in the ads, even before Monster was a side. We saw Red Bull ads, and Red Bull always had this sophistication to the way they present yourself. Gives you wings.
Hmm.
It's trying to market themselves as being sleek and sophisticated. Then Monster came around in the US, and they wanted to break into that market in a different way, in a more American way. They had bigger cans, which is a standard for most energy drink companies now, and they market themselves to be extreme in a different way, more like edgier, hardcore. Um, like if you're trying to break the system, drink a Monster, and it was Monster which first broke the market internationally as an energy drink. That's what made the market like how it is now, saturating it.
Hmm.
Yeah, and that
So
makes
we
sense
drink
because
those
the
two.
Monster's always been very popular with the gamer crowd and like that area. Like the younger, like people still drink Red Bull, but Red Bull's more for the like business person on the run, that kind of
The
thing, like
more
office
Yeah.
debonair
worker.
individual who needs energy.
Yeah, they're
Hmm.
trying to market themselves. They know what the market is, so they don't try to break into that um, the same market Monster is, which is trying to look edgier. Red Bull doesn't want to be edgy. It's almost the exact same market, honestly. Just that Red Bull tends to be a bit pricier,
Yeah,
Hmm. Huh.
and that's gone on to produce things. In America, they've gone to extremes before with something called Four Loco, which originally it was. Think of the amount of caffeine in one Monster, but instead it's four times that, and then like 12% alcohol or something in one can before
Eh.
they started legislating it so that it can either be alcohol or energy drinks in the can. You can't mix the two. when you
Yeah,
sell
no,
it.
it makes sense. I mean, it's very bad for you. Like
Yeah,
mix the two like that.
I think
I
that
mean,
that's
already
kind of also
they have warnings against Jaeger shots. So you like it's usually Red Bull with a Jaeger within there, and you like sip it. It
hmm
can cause heart attacks, and people do die from it. So it's actually like banned in a lot of areas. You can't do that. It's not
Jaeger
safe.
bombs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
quite
think
nice, but yeah,
I
that's a
think
different
that
story.
also kind of has the response of the movement that is currently going through, where you have stuff like liquid death, which is advertised as alcohol or as energy drinks and whatnot, but it's just water. It's just water in a can that has the same marketing and everything like that.
It's so
It's one of the
stupid.
funniest things because you have this big branding which is synonymous with a lot of um, energy drinks, which is supposed to be these high octane, high energy, lots of caffeine,
Mm.
unhealthiness. But then you have something where it's just packaging water, which is like a lovely,
Mm.
healthy, just replacement to that. You still have that kick of, okay, no,
But
I'm
is it
drinking something cool.
cheaper than a Red Bull?
I think it's more expensive
It's
actually.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, it's popular in the American market, but that's due to the American the advertising is all about advertising. Americans, we
Yeah.
can't drink till we're 21, so being able to try and look cool, look, it looks like beer, ha ha ha, because someone be less than 21 can drink it, but also that's sort of a way that it's marketed. So it's successful in the US, but then they try to sell that liquid death in the UK and fail because the UK people, they do have that they can drink at a younger age, and we're also because of that more responsible about drinking. So it just doesn't break. It doesn't not as popular there.
Yeah, makes
Okay.
sense. It's because
So
also I
with
assume in the UK people they like the kids get it earlier and they're like and the whole flair of alcohol is like gone. So by the time
Yeah,
they
Yeah.
get to like
right.
21, it isn't as major. Whereas a lot of young Americans get to 21, they're like, oh, time to party.
so we can safely say that maybe the reason why these energy drinks were made were because a lot of people could not they could not drink legally, so they decided that let's try something else.
Yeah.
No, the reason I'd say the
No.
reason energy drinks are made is because, oh, well, the reason they got so popular is because people realized, oh, it does help me stay awake. Most people,
Hmm.
it affects them. That's why if I only had a monster to read what it says at the back, it says things like students and rockers and all these activities where um, like you need a bit of a kick to just be focused.
Yeah.
That's why there's a stereotype of the college student drinking like five monsters or whatever
Yes.
in a night too, because it does actually kind of help. Even for me, who it doesn't affect me. Five of them, I'll be buzzed.
Yeah. I
Funny
think that
enough, there
also
is actually another thing, which is like going back to the ADHD thing.
hmm,
Some of those energy drinks they have like ADHD you lack the dopamine kick, and there's some other stuff, chemical stuff. I honestly I'm not educated enough to go into it, but I do know that there are some energy drinks that have that like thing that is missing to a degree, some extra stuff. So when you drink it, it helps a lot of people that have ADHD not only focus because of the caffeine and whatever else, but it replaces that thing that they're missing for a bit. So it's like it
hmm,
becomes that like it really helps. So people really get into it because it's the only time they
yeah.
feel like properly
Because anytime that they
focused.
feel that they can focus, that they can actually put energy in. And I think that
Yeah.
kind of
Plus
speaks
minus
to,
medication and all that jazz. But
yeah,
like, yeah,
but like that's the easier and cheaper way than getting medicated. I
I
think
think it's like something red, chemical red or something. Or I don't actually remember
uh,
the thing. I don't know what the
I think
official
it also
term is.
speaks to us as like a whole, as a society, because like we have just become this uber hardworking thing. When regardless of if we get what we need, it's just become a constant grind, life as a whole. And to kind of keep up
Mm,
with that, we've kind of sacrificed so many hours of our lives just to get things going, you know? And because of that, energy drinks have become like this whole message of let's put that out there because this is how you can keep up with the hustle and bustle of everyday life.
yeah.
Yeah. which is depressing. Actually, now I think about it.
Oh yeah, very
So,
much.
just looking at some stats. The energy drink market looks to be a total worldwide about 85.3 billion US dollars. That's the value of
Wow.
the energy drink market. Um, Whereas in 2018, the energy drink market was just under 50 billion US dollars.
Interesting.
That's it. Oh, wow. That is a lot.
So, guys, we're going into the energy drink market. Okay.
I mean, it's
So basically,
the
if you
amount
want
of
to like
random.
make really a quick buck, I should make my own energy drink. That's what I'm
I was gonna
Yeah.
saying.
say the amount of random energy drinks you find sometimes on the shelves, the sussest junk that you're like, I
You
don't know if
don't
that's safe.
drink. Look, if you're
Especially,
gonna be
yeah,
drinking
especially in South
energy
Africa,
drinks,
there is so many.
So
Makes me
many.
wonder how are people alive? 'Cause
don't
I
drink
mean, remember
Squall.
our grandparents and great grandparents were all smoking and using mercury and other junk, arsenic in their
Yeah.
medicine as well.
Arsenic.
Go
Lovely.
for some snack.
Lovely stuff.
Uh,
So it doesn't surprise me that we're still around. Humanity is a bit like
Yeah.
rats.
You know,
rats.
some of them had a bunch of lead poisonings in their food. Others had mercury. Others had arsenic. You know, you just gotta have some poison in your diet. Otherwise, you're not human.
We have microplastics.
Yep.
And we have microplastics. Double dipping, guys. As a society, double dipping. And I feel like this also speaks to a lot of the communities where you have to kind of work harder to
Mhm.
also get where you need it, because you need those energy drinks to keep up with a lot of the
Oh
other people who
yeah.
have a lot better opportunities than you. And
I
Yes.
it's
want to bring
kind
up.
of
Sorry, you
yeah.
continue.
Oh, and it's kind of a whole slog and a whole effort to do so, because you have to put in at least 110% more than anyone else who's given that opportunity, because you
Oh
come from
yeah.
a lower income
Mm.
area, you have disadvantages in XYZ. So a way to keep up is you have to work 5 times as hard, and you have to stay awake to be 5 times as hard, which is also the need for energy drinks. And then that constant need just kind of piles on and piles on until you've developed poor sleeping habits and you kind of rely on energy drinks to function.
Yeah. That's what I was going to say with America, especially with their work ethic. How much
Mm.
the reason why I bring up America again is because I think it is very prevalent since the energy drink market is very popular there, like compared to everywhere else. A lot
Hmm.
of the different energy drinks we get are from like America, and they're like a side of things. So they, I think it speaks to the workload and that just how popular it is over there because they're
Mm.
constantly like working so long hours. I mean, for example, I don't know how many people know that here, but American waitresses, right, waitrons, they they earn money off tips. They don't like earn a base salary, and well, they do, but it's like it's like half the minimum wage of America. And I'm sure I've heard stories that like even here we have that to a degree,
Yeah,
but like
like
that's illegal.
I think ours is a lot less because there's, you know, we actually
It's straight
try
up
to
illegal.
pay
That's
our
the thing.
yeah, we try to
Whereas
pay
in America,
our
it's not
wait
illegal.
staff
That
a
it's
wage.
expected to be like that.
It's so wrong.
You get paid minimum wage, and you get to keep your tips as someone who works in a restaurant. But also thinking of a restaurant, my colleagues do drink a lot of Red Bull. One of the
Mm.
guys, old guy, is about, well, he's not that old. He's like 29. When he was younger in the industry, he used to drink. He used to buy a pallet of Monster and drink like 9 of them a day. Um, like back in the day when he was younger. That's how
Hmm.
um, dependent you can get on it.
It doesn't
It does
surprise me.
actually. Here's the thing though, like the big rush and whatnot,
Mm.
drinking a Red Bull, it does actually help you quite a bit. It's just a sudden bit of like mental awareness where you can now think, okay, this is what we need to do. Doesn't matter what it is. There's a reason I said earlier, uh, factory workers love this stuff because it just gives you that little bit of mental like stimulation so you can keep going. So
Mhm.
Mm.
within reason, like I believe that there's no problem with it. It's just that, well, it's a market for a reason. It's designed for people to buy and go buy Red Bull and a Monster. It will sort you out. It's designed for you to constantly be buying it so that they can make money off of it.
Oh yeah, and I
Um,
think it also
that's the
speaks to
problem.
the system because like we wouldn't need to have to do that. Like sure, have a few of them if you're working a high labor job or a very like you have to be on your feet all the time or you're using a lot
Mm.
of energy
Yeah.
to function. Excuse me, but as humans, we shouldn't be working that hard in the first place. We should have time. It's that joke. It's that thing of like we are living as a generation, or living as a society. We're living worse than a medieval peasant. The medieval peasants had more breaks. Their work was fairly more laborish, so they had exercise and. Despite popular belief, they did. They had like 3 days off in the week. I think it
Mm.
was
Yeah.
a
Imagine
lot less work
working
We
hours. They got up with
well,
the
we're
sun,
lucky
went
to
down with
get
the
the
sun.
weekend off.
You guys get a weekend?
the weekend.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's a
Um,
privilege just to have.
Mm.
To have a weekend, yeah.
Yeah, to some, it's just it's rare.
Then if you try to get off days, that's another problem.
Mm.
the
Yeah.
actual big thing about energy drinks, so what I would say is the key thing about it is actually branding.
Yes, 100%.
Yes,
Because you
definitely.
have something with like Red Bull, and it's constantly being marketed towards sports people, towards
Mm.
all these other brands, and they
Mm.
affiliate directly with extreme sports. They affiliate with directly with jet skiing people, with parasailing, with water sport,
Yes. Mm.
Age of Empires too
all of that.
competitive.
Yes.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
the thing is that it isn't even bad. That like that's why a lot of people in sports do drink it because it doesn't necessarily negate health. It helps you like stay focused and also gives you that extra energy to push through some extra reps or for exercising
Hmm.
Mm.
and like doing long games. So it's not considered a majorly like bad thing. So
Mm.
that's why like
But
it's very popular
most
there.
people are sedentary. That's the
Mm.
thing. Most
So
people
then
don't
you literally
move.
so here you are sitting down, busy drinking the Red Bulls, and you're not actually exerting the
Moving
energy
around,
out.
yes.
That's
So
when
But
it
it just
becomes
sits in your
dangerous.
system, and it messes up your health. Yeah. And it's especially is the worst case when, like Adam said, you take more than five. That's when it starts to become a health risk, when you have more than five at once, and
You
it just
really
Oh, but
shouldn't
it
becomes
be doing
feels
that.
amazing. It feels
the six
amazing.
pack
You
is
should
not
try
meant
it
for one
someday.
go, guys.
I don't know. I don't like my heart feeling like that.
like Wiley Coyote in the morning. Wow.
What's your
That's a
favorite energy drink?
that's another thing, right? So a lot of
When you're
people
done?
when the first thing they do when they get up in the morning is they drink a cup of coffee and then they move on with their day. Right? You shouldn't
Mm.
do that because you've just woken up, your body's still waking up, and if you give yourself that hit of coffee, your body doesn't have the time to regulate itself, so it requires that another hit for coffee fairly soon after you've had that first cup. So a lot of people have a cup of coffee at home, go to work, have another cup of coffee, start the day, have another cup of coffee, like that kind of
Mm.
thing, right? Whereas if you actually skip those first like 3 hours and get your body to like relax and like wake up, you will get a lot more, much more worth out of that first cup of coffee than like the like right as you wake up coffee.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with tea then, because tea it's less caffeine, but there's still also caffeine
There is
in
caffeine, yes.
Ceylon teas.
Mm.
Unless you're
Um,
drinking rooibos, you're still getting that
yeah,
hit.
um, yeah,
Okay.
coffee. I love coffee.
Okay, then I'm fine. I love rooibos with all my heart. Rooibos is the love of my life, so it's fine.
It's amazing that we have that in South Africa. I want to appreciate our rooibos. Isn't it like one of the most metal plants we have? It literally needs to be set on fire so it can procreate.
You're thinking about Fynbos.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
but that
Well,
I love Fabulous. I won't get
isn't
into
that
it.
where
I can
isn't that
talk
where
for
rooibos
hours.
comes from? Am I mistaken?
Yes, Yes, it is a famous
Yeah,
pond.
that's what I thought.
Oh, okay, it's a
Sorry.
famous one. Sorry, my bad.
It was you
Yeah,
that was mistaken.
it was
Fake
me
South
that was
African.
mistaken.
Take
No,
that.
I have drank Puhuti and Protea tea, and there was an energy drink at some point that was Protea flavored and also testosterone flavored.
Woo!
Delicious.
I
It was
mean, you see, that's
yummy.
interesting because, like, do they mean protea? I mean, protea is in the actual flour, or do they mean
Yes, the actual
protea
flour.
as the?
They distilled that
Okay, yeah.
and then they put it into the drink. You know, you
No,
gotta have a taste of South Africa when its national flower is in an energy drink. Patriotism, you know.
Sorry,
no,
I'm
no.
not too far.
That's just no.
I was gonna say, well, is it the sports team?
This
No,
is
no.
so
It was actually the flour distilled into an energy drink.
Because we get Springbok Cokes and stuff. So
Yeah,
you know,
crazy.
it wasn't a. It was actually a, that kind of thing. Okay, we have a comment, guys.
Oh, we do? Yeah, I love comments.
Are energy drinks addictive? If so, what implication to people drinking them?
well,
I'm
yeah, it's
glad
Are
you
they
caffeine.
asked.
attention
Caffeine is
seeking?
based is a drug.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
It's
anything can be addictive considering the right
yeah.
circumstances.
Caffeine is a chemical which has an effect on your brain. You can get reliant on it, and as a result, you could consider it to be a mild drug. So energy drinks in a mild form are a legal drug because it's not as destructive as some as heavy drugs, obviously,
Hmm.
but it is a stimulant.
Yes.
It's like anything that releases, or most things that try to release a lot of dopamine in your body, because now your body is always like, if I drink this, I'm gonna get this amount of high. It turns into an addiction. So
100%
the
agree. Yeah.
implications is that anyone that drinks it just has to know, like, think about the person that drinks, that eats, what's that, marijuana, that takes marijuana. They're addicted to it because it gives them such a high, it gives them such a thing that they get excited, their brain is happy. Same thing with I can't say same thing, but similar issues with energy drinks,
Caffeine.
Yeah, with caffeine.
The,
with
the
caffeine.
thing about
Same thing.
energy drinks in particular is it's the highest concentration that you can get of caffeine. I think it's like 100 and something like milligrams of caffeine per 500 moles.
Mm,
Let me just
Mm.
find that calculation. Yeah, it's about 140.
140 miles.
Yeah, 140 milligrams of caffeine per standard 500 gram um, 500 milliliter can.
Yeesh. But which energy drink are we talking about here?
Monster as a baseline. And if Red Bull was the same volume, it would be the same as well. There are obviously energy drinks which have a higher volume of caffeine, like
Hmm.
in the US, a big popular brand is Bang. Um,
Mm.
Mm,
it's also an interesting marketing thing to look at. Um, but Bang, they have up to like 240 milligrams, and before I think they had up to like 500 milligrams in the cans before
Yes.
it got regulated. Is another comment.
wow. Since there are energy boosting alternatives, if they become more easily available and noticeable, is there a chance energy drink users will switch over or will they stick to more popular brands? I think that also depends because putting an energy drink into your system is just an easy way to get that chemical, that dopamine in. It's like an easy just chuck the energy drink back. There are alternatives in terms of stuff like Bio Plus or those little sachets that you mix
I was
into
gonna say, yeah,
liquid.
there's shots in that.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I like
And
those.
all of that does work, but one, it doesn't have the branding behind it.
Hmm.
Like these massive energy drink conglomerates that have pushed forward the whole energy drink as a massive alternative to getting energy. And two, it doesn't have that's easily delivery system, because as novel as having a little sachet that you can break open and pour into a drink is,
Mm.
it's it's more time consuming than just
And
I
just picking
open
up
a
again
can
and pushing in.
and just glug. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it's also more dangerous to have those little shots because people don't really have that self control. So that's why it is set up in those like shot glasses that you can only get at like certain areas.
Hmm.
Because you've seen how people chug down red energy drinks, like we've discussed Monster, we've discussed Red Bull and that,
Red
and
Bull. Yeah.
Like
the
in
problem
Shrek
is
2,
that people they want that like drink in their hand, so they're gonna sit and drink a drink, so it has to be more diluted than a shot because otherwise people are gonna have like uh, multiple shots in a row. That's it. If you make a
Yeah.
can of those shots, it's like you're guaranteed to have a heart attack. So
Yeah.
I think people
Exactly.
will always gravitate towards the normal energy drinks, not only
Mm.
because it's like they're used to it and because of the branding, but
It's just
because
there.
it's
You
like
just pick it up. Mm.
it's like a beverage, like a soda.
Exactly.
And I would like to say also the taste, but I've seen some questionable tastes or like types of
Yeah,
flavors. So I can't even
Hmm.
say it's because of the taste. It's
yeah,
all a
it
wild
tastes
one.
fantastic. Most of them.
most.
Most of them.
Most.
Every single one
None
of
of
Red Bull flavors is less than 10 of them. Is like about six Red Bull flavors. Every single one of them is good for what it is. There are a few that I don't like the orange one. It's just too sweet, but
Mm,
Hmm.
they are very good. Monster, because I have so many flavors, it's a hit or a miss because I mean it's
mm,
so many, but it's tailor made to your taste. A lot of people love the Aussie lemonade flavor, but it's just too sour for me. Um,
Hmm.
and then something like
switch.
Switch for local ones. Uh, I think it's great. Like it's some dumb flavors, but they're meant to be novelty. It's meant to be okay. We're gonna produce it one, but if it's successful, we'll keep making it. Otherwise, the
Mm.
collectors will collect it. And then
exactly.
some brands like Score. Score is just gross.
Yeah. Sorry for
No,
any sport
Not
drinkers in
this
the
bad.
is
It's
comments.
like here's the thing.
I,
I can tolerate score. I actually like score. When
Uh,
people say
so
it's gross, I don't understand.
to comment the new comment, there's been an increase in popularity with protein shakes as an alternative for energy drinks. Do you think this growth in popularity will keep going? Protein and energy drinks are two like separate things. Yeah,
yeah.
protein does give you some energy, but that's more for bulking, for bodybuilding, for
Yeah.
like getting into shape. So I don't think it
I
would
think.
replace energy
Yeah.
drinks.
I
I
do
love,
know.
like Jane was saying. I think protein shakes has its own demographic specific, and
Mm.
energy drinks are more open to everyone outside of pregnant women and
Honestly,
children, etc., etc.
yeah, the fact that the protein shakes are getting more popular, I think implies that more people are getting into like the gymming scene, working
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
So I think that's
rather than
an up
protein shakes
on that.
themselves becoming popular.
Yeah.
I believe protein shakes or pre-workout or whatever it is, it does have like quite a bit of caffeine in it as well
Yes.
to like,
Yeah,
give you that initial mental build up.
But you wouldn't want to take a protein shake if you're just going to sit in front of a computer all day.
Yeah.
I thought
yeah,
that's actually even worse for you than having an energy drink
Yeah,
in front of a computer.
but yeah,
That
if
actually brings
we
me to a question, but I forgot the name of the brand. But it's the one that is sporty. That's like really that has electrolytes. That's the only
like
thing I remember.
Energiades and
Energade
Powerades
and
and all that.
Yeah.
Powerades and
You
stuff
know,
like
Yeah.
growing
that.
up,
Yeah,
I always thought that they were energy drinks. I didn't actually know they didn't have caffeine in them. I think someone told
Mm.
me that, or like an adult misled me, and I just because now I drink them on the daily because those things are great, especially if you have
Yeah.
headaches and whatever.
what is the specific term for it? Sports
Sports
drinks.
drink.
There we go. Thank you,
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah,
Good
they're
point.
No,
so
Okay.
nice.
I
So I've
only
got
drink
protein
them when I
shakes,
know I'm
energy
running.
drinks.
Yeah, when
If
like
if
it's
I'm
usually
feeling
something where
slightly
like
ill, okay?
if you want to do some physical exercise, electrolyte drink, sports drink, Energade, Powerade, all of that. It just works.
No, but not even without
Anything a
exercise.
day.
Energade is such and Powerade are such good drinks as is. If you're feeling sick, you always have like the
Mm.
lightly salted chips, Energade, like fat Coke, that kind of thing, like little remedies that will help you. Um, if
Okay,
you're
so for that kind of thing, I never had an Energade. I was given what was the name of that one
really
thing called Lucozade. like
Ooh, I
a,
love Lucasade.
a
It's
little.
kind of similar, yeah.
I've
Kind of
never
Oh,
had
Is
that
similar.
it?
before.
I've never felt that they were similar. They feel different, you know. Like
After a hangover.
Correct. So in
Lucozade
my opinion,
seems like
because
more of
they
a medicinal thing, or at least it was marketed as such.
I mean, that's the thing with most. The sports industry is actually one of the reasons why our medical medicine has evolved so quickly and like so because everyone's interested in sports, right? There's a lot of funding
Mm,
going into sports, and
Hmm.
what since people are as humans, we are participating in sports, and our health plays a big part of that. So there's been a lot of research, like funded, like money thrown into the research of keeping people healthy. One of the examples is that would back in the day whenever there was a big game, they would go out for drinks, have a big steak, have especially America. I'm going to use America for this example. Have
mm,
beer, drinks, whatever, like lots of like, to celebrate before their big game. They found out that that actually was a major detriment to their performance the next day because the next day they're feeling sluggish, they're feeling a bit hungover, not necessarily hungover, but like the meat, the big meat takes so much longer to digest than like white
Mm.
meats, like chicken and whatever else. So it makes you feel physically slower, sluggish, so and so. So they found that like switching over to white meats, switching over to like lighter drinks and that kind of stuff before a game actually boosted performance. And that's why we have things like Energade and Powerade because of that study, those kind of researchers. It's a quick way of regenerating your body's entireness from like especially when you're working out all the time, running around,
mm.
sweating out all your liquids. You need a way to quickly ingest, rehydrate yourself. Otherwise, you'll get like heat stroke or you'll get sick.
Yeah,
Mm.
precisely. Yeah.
So I'm not a sports person at all. I'm not interested in sports, but I do appreciate what it's done for us, like as a as
It,
a race.
it has moved a lot of us forward in a lot of ways. That
Actually,
is true.
Sorry, I took over there.
No, no, no.
Go for it. Do it again.
yeah,
I just had
that's
a lot of things to
good.
say about that.
Do it, lady.
Do it. Give us all
Do
the
it.
information because honestly, the generation has stopped using Google and chat and normal things to find
And they've
information like
resorted
this. And
to. Mm,
yeah, so, so it's
they've
always good to
resorted to
hear.
other means to gain information. See our previous episode if you want to hear any of that, please.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes, that's true.
just never bring it up again.
At least not for a month.
Or
Come
two.
on, at the very least. But
Please go check out our previous episode if you want to know what we're talking about. It's very in depth and it touches on how this phenomenon has affected our society as a whole, especially the youth.
but like the new, do you think that the new generation will find a way to upgrade the energy drinks? I mean, they've already like reached the peak of upgrade, but what else can you do?
Probably.
I think that's all subject to legislation. Really, but the thing is, our generation, or at least the social media generation, let's call it that, that's from everyone our age below and above, like everyone who's too so ingrained on the internet. They love big, extravagant things. So there's gonna be people who make. There's gonna be new flavors and that sound crazy, and people are gonna try it. Like, try this. You gotta try this new flavor, or we're gonna do crazy things with marketing and stuff. It's all about marketing,
Mm,
and it's not in the first or board genius but subtle marketing of Red Bull and Monster. It's gonna be in your face, like too bold to a point where it's annoying. That's what I think it's
Yeah,
gonna go in the future. That's really where how I mean,
I mean, is it not
energy
already?
drinks have always been marketing. Yeah, this is gonna get worse from here.
But
Mm.
I think what you're saying more is like, are they going to improve on it to make it even better, like to fit us? And I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
hmm,
I presume at some point we're already getting like chips in our brain and that like probably become cyborgs, they'll probably have an energy sports drink that has like I don't know nanomachines in there that were like, oh hey, you probably have some viruses. Drink this.
Oh dear.
It will cure. It will
Mm.
kill the viruses quickly.
Yeah,
I'm
but
sure that we're gonna get to
it's
that
just
point.
nanomachine, son.
Sounds like fun.
It'll help.
That does not sound like fun. If that happens, I implore you to just
Have you
like
seen liquid
I have heard
robots?
we turn Nicole into a cyborg first.
Have you
Sorry.
have you have you seen
no.
liquid robots? They're so cool. So it's literally like imagine like like Vaseline, but it looks
Yeah.
a bit like that, but it rolls around and moves around because it's a robot. And they're looking
Mm.
into like having safe materials so it can we can ingest it and potentially take out tumors and cancers and other things like that. It will like fight the stuff without invasive surgery.
It reminds me of like I think the what do you call it? It was a Japanese person, like they were making these robots to like sort out, maybe was it food? I forgot.
It's the
But
bread.
then
You're talking about AI.
how was
You
it
you,
AI?
you brought up AI. You did that.
Ah,
How dare you?
ah.
We're talking about energy drinks. We're not talking about AI.
Okay, never mind.
No, but you're right that it recognized it could recognize cancer cells far better than humans could, and far to a far more accurate degree because what it was used for was to recognize different breads. So instead of like
Hmm.
having the prices, they could just quickly scan it and recognize like, oh, it's the spread. Oh, it's the spread by
Yes.
like looking.
Cool.
So I feel, yeah, that can also be used for a lot of things besides just now bread and cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I forgot where I was going with my with my thought.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's fine because now it got us back to like what we're discussing, which is energy drinks. How maybe in the future it might be just something you can ingest, but needle wise, and you'll be done with
Just
it.
shoot it straight into the veins.
Yeah.
There might
Better than jelly
talk
juice.
about evolution. There might even be a drink that you drink and still having any of the defects, the bad stuff that energy drinks, like the
Mm.
Yeah,
tiredness, the bad stuff. They might even get
yeah,
a thing where it just gives us that boost
Yes.
naturally, but not
exactly.
naturally, but it would be above naturally. But it would give us the boost without the defects.
And
That
they
might
will
be a
be
thing.
sponsored by Monster.
Or Red Bull.
Monster or Red
Yeah,
Bull.
or Red
Or
Bull.
both.
Exactly. Or both, because why not both? Because sometimes I think that might help also because, you know, trusting in the branding and whatnot to just give the people what they want directly into their veins.
Mm.
Perfect. It's how society
And what I
should
want in
function
my
sometimes.
veins is a
We should
green Red
trust.
Bull.
I'm
You you
exactly.
guys are speaking above each other. I didn't catch that. Mm. But
You're not gonna repeat yourselves.
yeah, can you
No,
guys
No.
repeat yourself?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, let's talk
okay.
about what we want.
that is for the audience to go back and look at and enjoy.
Yeah.
What is it? Well, I'm not
Political.
part of the audience. Tell me what you said.
You'll
No.
find out eventually.
You'll
It's
find
for
out
the next
tomorrow.
episode. Don't worry,
Yeah.
it's for the next episode.
For the
You
next
guys also
episode.
you guys are just being lazy.
Yeah. Yeah, what's
No,
then
we're fine.
toddlers?
That's
We're
actually a good
fine.
question. Does energy drinks make people lazy?
Yes,
Uh,
I think so.
not
I think when it
me.
comes to the lazy question, it's always yes with you.
Mm,
No,
yes.
I, I think it's more like a shot of quick. You're borrowing yesterday. You're borrowing tomorrow's energy to use today. So at the end of the day, since you are borrowing it like that, you're going to end up with a deficit. I think this works with a lot of caffeine, where you constantly have to borrow more and more of the like tomorrow's energy. I know the actual science behind it, but I'm just like using metaphors and stuff. Um, you're borrowing more and more of tomorrow's energy to keep you energized today, and then you'll eventually end up with a deficit and slowly start to lose steam because you don't have that energy to borrow anymore.
So
But
that would
like,
I see what you're
basically
saying.
mean that energy drink like kills you faster.
Everything kills you faster. Have you seen the society we live in?
Oh yeah.
Because
that's future me's problem, though. That's why I'll chug 10 more.
it is insane.
Ah,
It is insane. Maybe
I haven't been drinking energy drinks. This is
I
the
have not
first
had
one.
one for a long time.
Mm.
This is purely decorative.
I was gonna say good luck sleeping tonight if you haven't had one in a long time.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. But like, good luck to you guys sleeping.
I genuinely am one of those people who is incredibly sensitive to how energy drinks work. So if I have one can, it can either do one of two things: make me sleepy or make me hyper. It's
Oh
never
yeah.
it's never one or the other.
Hmm.
So we have another comment here. It
Yeah.
says there was a miracle homemade drink called jelly juice that claims to be improving overall health. It
Oh
turns
right,
out
that's
to be
just on
harmful.
this all
What
salt.
Google says.
Yeah, he's finishing his
Where
comment.
Yeah.
It turned
That's why
out to be
always
harmful,
be
but it
very
was marketed as
careful.
big influencers. Okay.
That's what I was gonna say.
Um,
Oh yeah. No, we discussed diligence in private now. Yes.
I feel like I understand what jelly juice is like because like I've heard about all these conspiracies about how this amazing thing, but that goes more to show that we need to check everything that we do because you can't keep having cocaine in the drinks, you know?
I mean, literally, we've always had snake oil sellers way back when.
Exactly.
It's always been a thing. Like, oh, it's this
Yeah.
miracle cure that will grow hair on your head and help your baby and blah blah blah. And but it's literally just
Exactly.
nothing. It doesn't provide anything.
Yeah, because like
So
from
I
what I
think it's
can
because
remember from jelly juice is it was incredibly salt driven and it dehydrated people, but it was sold. I think it was cabbage with lots of salt in water, fermented over like
it
a
was like,
month.
oh no, if you're feeling these stomach pains, it means it's working. And it's like,
Exactly. And then
and
it was actually just like destroying the inside
it
of your
was killing
body.
people.
Yeah. Not
If
even slowly,
also
quickly.
quickly, if you
Yeah.
search up jelly juice and nothing comes up, it comes up as
Yeah.
the games.
I
I think it's
I
because
think
it's
it's
been
misspelled.
scrubbed.
I think it's misspelled. It's not jelly juice, it's jelly juice with an I.
Oh yeah, the jelly juice because it's based off the lady.
Yeah,
That's
because
right.
that was her name. Yeah, Jilly.
Yes.
What's
Jillian.
in this jelly juice exactly? Out of curiosity.
Salt,
Okay, let's get into
cabbage,
this.
ferment, and like it's like when I say salt, I mean like 5 tablespoons of salt.
Give a
Put into a
Like
percentage.
mason
making
jar.
sauerkraut or something.
Was it
No,
crazy
and
amount
it's
of
fermented in water for at least about a month or two before you start ingesting it.
So they were just fucking. Sorry. They were just drinking sauerkraut. That.
No, it's a lot worse because it was
it's worse.
soggy.
It's way more like
It's
cups
so
of
much
salt.
worse. Sauerkraut actually has some level of nutritional value,
I love sauerkraut, but like,
and
yeah,
it would
you need vinegar to make it real.
essentially eat at their stomach lining. That's how acidic and poisonous it was.
Mm.
To
And they're
dehydrate them as
encouraged not
well.
to drink water afterwards because it
Yeah,
would ruin
What
the
I
thing.
imagine happened is somehow some sort of like bacteria buildup occurred. Either that or the salt threw out toxins or something like that.
Mm.
Like,
Hmm.
say it was
Chili
like
juice.
that. Uh, Li.
Staring on Adam's face.
Um, jelly. Oh, jelly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See what?
And she still swears by it.
yeah. She still swears by it, and it's this miracle cure that does all these things which seem impossible according to her. And
That's the thing with it. The
it's
moment you hear that stuff, if it's too good to be true, then it's
then it
probably
probably
is.
is.
Definitely is. Yeah.
So please, guys, be aware of what you're being sold. Always read the labels and know the harmful nature of
I'll
what you're
switch
going
off.
to take in.
The problem is with this
Because
stuff is that it preys on people who are desperate for
Switch.
this kind of stuff. You know, people who are
exactly,
really sick, they need this thing. So if you think like, oh, I won't fall for this, I guarantee you there's going to at some point there'll be a scam that you'll look at and be like, ooh,
That looks nice. Yeah.
that looks good. I would really want
exactly,
this. I really
exactly.
you.
So
That's why you
like
always
even
have
when
to
it
make
comes to
sure.
energy drinks, know the perils that are involved. Know the fact that energy drinks are high in caffeine, what caffeine will do to your system, what tartrazine will do to your system. Read those labels because as
Okay.
much
Oh
as it
yeah,
may be a norm, you don't know
Mm.
what it could do to you if you don't read it.
I think the
exactly.
I think the only underwhelming energy drink that I ever heard of was Prime, because it came.
It wasn't an energy
Everybody,
drink. It was supposed to be a sports drink, like Powerade.
Yeah.
Ah,
but it failed
yeah.
miserably.
It failed.
Someone died from this jelly juice. Sorry.
Yes,
Yes,
they
Yeah.
did.
yes, it was that bad.
They just look so concerned. Really not ever heard
Yeah,
of jelly juice.
people dehydrated themselves off of that item, like
It wasn't
actually
a
put
lot of people.
themselves.
There was people that did.
Yeah, it was quite a bit. Yeah, but yeah,
It's
so
something that you should.
that's this testament to the power of marketing and how it can affect people, and just be aware of that. Be aware that in a lot of ways people are trying to market to you. People are always trying to get to you in that way. So read the energy drinks, please. Make sure that everything on it is something that you can take in with your body, that you're used to, and make sure you take it in the correct doses as well. Because
It's
I've had people who have drunk so many energy drinks and have heart palpitations because of it.
Hmm.
Not you.
And the
That's
thing is,
Oh,
most of the most of the time, if someone says they have heart palpitations, I'm like, oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know. I was like, it was never something serious. You were drinking
oh, what
all
did
of
you
this
have
energy.
today?
like 5 cans of Monster though. Yeah, five,
Yeah.
five,
I mean, I
five
do
whole
that,
cans.
right? It's like, oh, I have this headache. Why do I have this headache? Oh, yeah, I didn't eat or drink anything today. Oh, but why
Yeah,
did I have this?
So
What could have
people
done
start
this?
acting ignorant of what they ingest in their body. So always look at what you are ingesting. It doesn't just mean like with just energy drinks, with everything. Just be aware of what you're eating and what you're drinking, because as much as we would like to say the food is safe, there's
we don't know
sometimes,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I mean, like literally recently, what is it? It's the American lunch. It's not Lunchables, I don't think, 'cause that's Mr. Beast's thing. But there was this
Lunchables is not Mr. Beast thing. Those are
is it not? Okay,
Feastables.
then it's Lunchables. So Lunchables was this American product that was sold to kids as like their food for the day at school. It had lead in it. It
Yeah,
had lead in it, and only up till
delicious.
recently that they actually started removing it, like within the year, this year. Why do you have lead in a kid's meal that has cheese and like a mini pizza and like some other stuff?
Yeah,
It's
it's an issue.
bioaccumulation. There's so much toxins and whatnot which we're pumping from our factories, but into water that doesn't get properly cleaned. It then gets
Mm.
accumulated by the things we eat, whether that be plants in the soil, drawing it out, or the animals, and it's nothing. There will be toxins everywhere because um, like unless you know exactly what you're feeding all your things, it's just inevitable. It's just about mitigating. It's not about removing at this point.
And
mm,
unfortunately,
absolutely.
companies to save bucks will lie to you and will still try to sell it because again, they're in it for the money. They're not worried about the health, and they just hope no one like notices.
Mm.
Yeah,
And if they do notice,
exactly.
then it's like, ah, esh, sorry.
Kind of comes down to the whole Nestle of it all, where the CEO denied rights for water for so many different countries and whatnot, which were under his purview, that were like living
When
closer and
they
whatnot.
encouraged people in Africa to feed their babies formula, which actively hurt the babies to the point where you could only feed them that specific formula because they couldn't take
Mm.
breast milk anymore
Exactly.
because it would kill the
Yeah,
baby.
Nestle.
Look it
So
up. It's horrifying.
yeah, I remember. So please just look after yourselves, ladies and gentlemen out there, because at the end of the day, we have to also be aware that as much as we are the consumer when it comes to this, we are also the product,
Yes.
and that we are a means of people making money and gaining wealth. But yeah, with that, is if there's anything left to add from you guys, I think we can wrap up.
Yep.
Uh,
Nothing to add.
Nothing to add.
Okay, lovely.
don't drink pure salt. Drink a lot of energy drinks. Energy drinks are great. Drink like 10 of them a day.
Mm.
But only Red Bull or Monster. Those are the best ones.
No, don't
As
listen to him.
as my lovely co-host has said, moderation is key, and please just watch what you eat and drink. Read the labels.